Hey everybody, Scott Pierce here at Listings to Leads. Welcome to the webinar. We'll get started in just a few minutes. So if you can let me know that you can see my screen. All right, everybody, this is Scott Pierce at Listings to Leads. Welcome to the webinar. And this is walking you through the bots in your Listings to Leads account. So the bots are still in beta. They're in beta because we are still getting the support and training for them better situated, better organized. And we got more updates coming to the bots that are pretty important, that we're pretty excited to get going. So over the next few weeks, probably by the end of the month, they will go out of beta. So with that in mind, let's take a look at the bots. So you will see in your account, let me delete that one. I sit here and I play around with the bots in my account all the time and testing different things. And so when you get to your bot page, so you'll see the bot tab once you accept the beta when you log into your account. So to add a bot, click the green Add Bot button. All right. Give it a title. So I'll just call it 4704 Gold Lane for an open house I'm having. Select a Facebook page. If you don't have a Facebook page that you expect to show in the drop down here, you can click right here below where it says can't see your page in the list. Make sure you're an admin or select it from here. All right, you should be able to get that page associated with your bots. So I'm going to use my Granite Bay Homes page. And Facebook pages are free. And here's one thing, and this has come up a number of times. You can only associate one bot per Facebook page. So if you've got a Listings to Leads bot already on a Facebook page, you will not be able to put another bot with it. If you've got a bot from another vendor on a Facebook page, you will not be able to use Listings to Leads with that. All right. You cannot have two bots on one Facebook page. So keep that in mind to start off with. So again, creating this bot, got a title, selected a page. Now I'm going to select a bot type. The only two bot types we are training on or supporting right now, listing bot and home valuation bot. All right, these two only. So I'm going to select listing bot. Now I got to put a listing with it. In this case, I'm going to put the listing. I've got an open house and 4704 Gold Lane in Granite Bay, and click Add Bot. So now the bot is created. It's associated with my Granite Bay Homes page, all right? But it's not connected yet. It's not activated. If I go to my Granite Bay Homes page, there's nothing there. So at this point, we've got to go to run the ad and connect it so that it works, and you'll see what I mean by that in a minute. All right. Now, the one thing about the bots is when I go to do an ad, no image is going to appear. So I need to go grab the image that I'm going to use for my ad. All right. And I'm just going to go into my Listings to Leads dashboard, my listings dashboard. Here's the listing. And I can see I forgot to set the open house. So let's go set the open house right now while we're at it. So I'm going to click the more options, add open house. And I'm going to set it for the 29th from 1 to 4 p.m. I'll change that to 1 to 3 p.m. All right, click save. And that will set up the open house. It'll set up all the open house tools. All right, it's actually going to auto post to my Facebook page, which is fine because the ad that we're just going to be running an ad with the bot. So let's see why that is. There we go. All right, so now there we go. So we got the open house set for 4704. And I'm going to go grab the images that I want to use for my ad. So I'm going to click on the task icon to go into the checklist. All right, and I'm going to check or click on the where it says social media share image right there. I'm going to open that up. And of course, I can edit the banner color, right? I can edit the text, position of the banner. If you don't want to even use the banner, you can uncheck that. So I don't even have to use the banner. And then you'll notice in the upper right-hand corner of that image, there's a little button that says download this image. So you can download the image. And then notice also there's a Facebook and Instagram. All right. Do the same thing for the Instagram version, right? Again, you can edit the banner. You can even change to a different image, right? Position again, right? So get that image how you want it. And then again, download in the upper right-hand corner, download this image. You'll want these two images because on Facebook, when you go to do the ad, they're going to give you the opportunity to use two different images, right? Facebook, they like the more landscape version, right? Facebook wants this version, right? Instagram wants this version, right? And if you use the same image in both, one of them will get cut off and it just won't look good, all right? So download both the Facebook and the Instagram version, all right? All right, so we downloaded the images. We got the bot set up, all right? There's our bot set up. And let's go to Facebook and let's do the ad, all right? So I'm gonna go to create an ad. Now we've got support posts for all of this. I've got videos for all of this. I'm recording this. You can watch this later. So try to watch what I'm doing, right? Don't hyperventilate or stress out too much because we got your back. We got all of this documented on both video and with screenshots, so you can take it a little bit later at your leisure, all right? So I'm gonna go create ad. And please ask questions during the webinar, all right? So type in your questions and I will get to them as we go through this webinar. So we're in the Ads Manager. I'm gonna toggle to my different account. Let that come up, and I may have to click to start over. I'm creating some ads earlier, so let's see here. Yeah, let me start over. All right, so we get to the Ads Manager. First thing up, special ad category. So check and click check housing from the dropdown. What's your marketing objective? Messages. All right, and that's it on this page. You can give yourself a campaign name. All right, right there. Hit continue. Make sure you're seeing the special ad category housing, because if you go all the way through this and try to run your ad, you will A, most likely just get your ad rejected, and B, you could risk getting your account shut off by quote unquote going around Facebook housing requirements. All right, so on the second page here, under audience. Now this is an ad primarily going after buyer leads. All right, it's for an open house, right? And the same would be true for coming soon, just listed, active, open house, right? These are all statuses that are capturing buyer leads for the most part. So I mentioned that only because I'm going to leave the drop down under location as is. Everyone in this location. I'm going to type in under locations the location of the listing. So Granite Bay, California. It'll default to plus 15 miles. That's just the way it is. Nothing we can do about that anymore. Age, gender, nothing you can change here. The only really thing you can do anymore is under detailed targeting, add Trulia. And this is a variable, so try it in one ad, and maybe the next ad don't use these interests, and see how it works for you, all right? And even when I do interests, I can play around with Trulia, Zillow, Realtor.com. You're gonna notice the potential reach is gonna kind of move up and down a little bit as I add and take away these website interests, right? Maybe if I had a horse farm, or maybe it was a horse property, I should say. Yeah, horse is not coming up, H-O-R-S-E. Oh, well, yeah, these targeting options change all the time, all right? So but use this section as a variable to test between different ads and see which one works better for you. All right, Victoria, I'm gonna get to seller ads in a little bit. That'll be the next thing that we do. So scroll down to budget and schedule. There's budget and schedule. I'm gonna change daily to lifetime. I have a start and end date. And I'm going to go, my open house, I put September 29th for my open house just because it's gonna auto post. I hate it auto posting every single week. But essentially run the ad to the end, to the night of the open house. So the open house is in the afternoon, but run the ad to that night, all right? And then give myself a budget. So lifetime, my budget for the week, and then make sure you set your end date appropriately. I never run my ads for more than a week, right? Or to the end of the open house, one of the two. Scroll down, hit continue. The difference between lifetime and daily for the budget is, let's say there's a huge hurricane in Florida and no one is around for a few days, and you did an ad for a week or whatever, right? Let's not use hurricane in Florida. Let's just use any big event. And traffic on Facebook is low for 2 days. Well, if you did daily, Facebook would force that budget to get spent even on the days with less traffic on Facebook. So lifetime will moderate and spend less on days with less people and more on days that there are more people, all right? So that is that. All right, so on the third page, under identity, make sure you select the page that you, where the bot is located. So Granite Bay Homes. And if you ever forget, right, and it's easy to forget, something happens, just go back into listings to leads, and you can look right there, Granite Bay Homes. Granite Bay Homes, all right? Connect your Instagram account with this, with your Facebook account, so that your stuff goes up to Instagram. I'll get around to that someday. Next up, under format, you can carousel a single image or video, whichever, right? It's up to you which one you want to do. Next up, media. This is where you're going to upload those photos that we downloaded in the beginning, or video. So add image. I've already uploaded my images, but if you didn't, you'll just click upload images and upload the images. So here's my image for all right. You see where it says here, customize for Instagram? Use different image. And this is where we get that image for Instagram. And that way, it'll show the best on both platforms, all right? Don't try to use the same image in both. It just won't look that great, all right? Well, you got 2 images from listings to leads. Use both of them. It'll just be a lot better all the way around. All right. Ad setup. All right, I've already prepared my ad text so that you don't have to sit here and suffer with me writing it. All right, so there's the ad there. The headline. All right, the headline will go down here. Now, I like to change that button from send more to learn, or send message to learn more, right? These are all variables, right? Just see what works best for you, right? Whether it's the text, headline, the button, this is all just like one thing that you can do, all right? So take a look at that. Got your ad here. Now this is where we connect the bot in the next section, all right? Messenger setup. It is super easy. If I can do it, you can do it. I promise you, all right? So just follow through. Once you do it a couple of times, you will just roll through this so fast going forward, all right? And it's kind of fun because it's kind of fun to play with and play around with the messaging. So in the messenger setup, go to custom and then create message. All right, so you're gonna see this pop up right here. Depending on the ad account that you're in, whether it's a personal, a business, what have you, this may look a little bit different. We got support posts covering both of them, all right? So as we're creating the custom template here, I'm gonna go text and image, because I just think it looks better. What it is we're creating the message and interaction that happens when somebody clicks our ad. So someone's gonna click our ad on Facebook, right? And Facebook Messenger is gonna come up, and that's what we're creating here, all right? So we want text and image. So our text greeting, that's probably not the best text greeting in the world for the ad that we're running. So I'm going to change that to text greeting. Please click on, I might change that to, and for some reason, editing in this box is kind of a nightmare. So please click below for more information for our open house on Sunday. So give it a second. I try to prepare whatever it is I'm going to use in this box, like in a Word document, and then I just copy and paste into this box, because typing in here, oh my gosh, it's ridiculous. All right, so now here's the text greeting. I want an image. I'm going to use that same image. All right, for continuity, they saw the Facebook image. Now I want to use the same image here because it motivated them to click through. We want them to keep on clicking. I might say, you'll see that right there. And it's kind of fun because you can actually add emojis. So for an open house, you might do the house and maybe a heart. All right. Kind of looks nice. So now when somebody clicks on the ad, the messenger opens up, it's going to say, hi, first name. Please click below for more information on our open house, for our open house on Sunday, right? And then there's that button, I'd like to learn more, but we're going to edit that as well. Under customer actions, right below this section here, reply text. So what is that? What do we want that button to say? Well, to be honest, it's fine. I'd like to learn more. But I'm just going to add those emojis again. And again, this is just me. If you don't want to add emojis, don't. Or maybe add emojis to one and not the other and just see how they fare. All right, so you can see, I wish this part on the right floated so that as I work my way down, right, that this thing floated down, but it doesn't. But now you can see, so someone clicks the ad, and then it's going to pop up in Messenger. It's going to say, "Hi Scott, please click below for more information for our open house on Sunday." All right, you got the image of the property, just like in the ad. Got that, and then it says, "I'd like to learn more." All right, now I'm going to click Preview in Messenger, and I'm going to bring this up, and I'm going to bring my phone over. So give me a few seconds. Perfect. Let me do my screen mirroring on my phone. There we go, got it. Let me drag it over. All right. So they land on it from the ad, right? Boom. Now this is gonna be a little bit painful just because the connection between my phone and the computer screen is a little bit slow, but we'll make our way through here. So you can see I'm responding as the lead. So I click the yes, please. And now the messenger, in fact, let me just wait here so we're talking at the same time. But I'm talking, I should say, with what you're seeing. I'm actually halfway through the bot already. It's just the display between my phone and the computer is off by quite a bit. It's just a technology issue between Apple and this provider. So you can see, I click yes, please. The bot responded back, answer a few questions, got the email. Everyone's given up the email, so that's awesome. As we see the leads come through on this, right, pretty much everyone's given up the email. And then it's got the information for the property. And again, remember, on my phone, right, this is a lot faster. I'm pretty, like I said, I'm almost pretty much done with the bot. It's just the connection between the phone and the computer is a little bit slow. So now notice as it gets into, are you pre-qualified yet? All right. It says no. So this is a great touch point for you, right? Because it's going to say, right, that you're going to reach out to them. All right. So they're going to start expecting you, right, to reach out to them about getting pre-qualified if they say yes. Now, if the lead had said no, yes, they are pre-qualified, the bot would have come back with, do you think it'd be good to get another quote to make sure you got the best rate, the best terms, and all that kind of stuff, right? So the conversation can go a few different ways. All right. Now, at any time, you can get in here and start responding, all right, to the bot, all right? And phone number, right? And now you got the lead. So I got the lead got the information for the property, and as the agent, right, I got their email. I got the fact that they want to get pre-qualified, that they are not pre-qualified and need to get pre-qualified, and that they want to see the home this weekend. And then I got their phone number, all right? Now, that conversation could have gone a number of different ways. They could have said, yes, they are pre-qualified, and no, they don't want to get a second one, and no, they don't want to see the home. You know, so they could have gone a couple of different ways. So as you get the lead details, you can read through it, and you'll be able to see, all right, what is it that they want more of, right? Right. So no, you cannot edit the bot messages, right? This is all running on AI. So there's no flows, right? There's no 5-hour setup with 200 different items that you need to do. What you just saw is you can create the bot and get the bot out there in literally minutes, all right, with no crazy setup, all right? Easy, easy, easy. So once we previewed it in Messenger and we like what we saw, click on Finish. All right, scroll down. And the error is regarding my Instagram, neither here nor there. And just hit confirm, and Facebook will do the normal approvals and get your ad live per their normal time frames. All right. Some of you, that's a few minutes, a few hours, whatever. But the ad will get, once it's approved, it'll be live and you will be good to go. Now, here's the thing. Make sure that you've got Facebook Messenger on your phone. All right. If you don't, then it will be a little bit painful because you will not get any notifications and you will only know that people are responding to your ad when you get back to your desktop and actually, or the lead notification emails from listings to leads. But it's better to have Messenger on your phone because there are times when you're going to want, it'd be good for you to respond back. All right. The bot does not, let me rephrase this. You do not have to let the bot run the show the entire way through, right? What I like to do is when I see somebody get stalled in the bot, they get busy, right? Whatever, and they don't respond back to the bot, right? I will go in there and I'll just ask a question, right? Or try to get that conversation restarted with them, all right? All right, so let's refresh this page. So now we got one subscriber to our bot. I'm gonna click on that. All right, here's the lead information. If I click where it says conversation, and I can read the entire conversation right here. Right. I can also read it, of course, on my phone, or I can go right into my phone, just like in Messenger. All right. In fact, let me see, maybe. Oh, I already deleted it off Messenger. I just do that because I test so much. But you got it right here. All right. And one of the things I also do is I've got all my pages bookmarked. And so when I do the preview in Messenger, right, because you're going to want to do that. I like to do it. But then once you do that, I always immediately, I go back into my inbox and I delete that. So I go to my Facebook page, right, that the bot is connected to. And I just like to delete that message so that when I want to test later, I don't forget, right? So if you go to your Facebook page, right? So my Granite Bay Homes page in this case, and click on the inbox across the top, right? You have page. Let's let it load up again. You have all these top row navigation, horizontal navigation, all right? So after you test the bot, I come in here and I'll just delete my conversation. All right, so I delete the conversation on my phone, right? I delete the conversation in my Facebook page, and then I'll also delete the lead here and all the lead details. Again, I don't need myself as a lead in my account 365 times, right? Because that's what's going to happen as I keep testing the bots. And you test landing pages, you test lead forms, you're testing this and that, right? You don't need to be in your lead tab, right? 365 times. So there you go. All right. Awesome. So Joe just said, love the bot. Set up my first open house bot earlier today. $75 ad spend until Saturday, 13 responses already, and 1 appointment set up through it. Awesome. Joe, that is awesome. Love to hear that. That is great. All right. Now, I am going to delete this bot, but for you guys, for everybody else, when let's say next week, right? The open house is done and I want to use a different listing. Here's what you do. Don't delete the bot, because if you delete the bot, you're going to lose all the subscriber information, right? Now, this gets a little bit kind of confusing. You have subscribers, right? So in this case here, I got 16 subscribers, but you also have leads. So if I were to delete my bot, I won't lose the lead data, right, in my leads tab, but what I will lose is that connection between that person and my Facebook page, right? And that's a pretty valuable connection, right? So as your bot is working and you have all these people in your inbox, right? You have all these conversations happening in your inbox. If you were to delete this bot, all of those conversations will be deleted, and you don't want that to happen, all right? So here's what you do. Go to edit, and just change the listing, right? Change the listing, save. All right, so Joe, this would be for you, right? You got the open house ad running, and then next week you may want to use, right, a different listing on that same Facebook page. All right, so now I'm going to do my coming soon listing. Now I just go back into the Facebook Ads Manager and just run an ad, just like I did before for my coming soon listing. Does that make sense to everybody? Now the cool thing is you get 5 bots per account. All right, so if I go back to my main bot dashboard, right, I could create another bot, another listing bot, and this time I'll do, and here's where, let's see if I can talk. Let me do 5530. This time we'll do the best listing. Again, listing bot, listing. So I got one bot running for my open house. I got another bot for another listing, right? And notice it's on a different Facebook page, right? Makes sense? So you can have up to 5 bots total, all right? Do you leave the title the same? It doesn't matter. No one's gonna see them. Yeah. I mean, I would change the title just so that you know what that bot is, right? So, like for example, let's go back into edit here. Aaron, thank you for pointing that out, right? So I changed the listing. So yeah, I'd come up in here and I go, okay, 454. I changed the title. No one's gonna see it, but of course, I don't want to get confused and drive myself crazy later. So yeah, I would retitle that. Thank you for pointing that out. Sometimes when I'm doing my trainings, I get not lazy, but just forgetful. So yeah, make sure the titles, right, are related to the listing or whatever it is. Okay. Yeah, Aaron, exactly. Because if I was advertising 4704 Gold Lane Open House this week, but next week I'm going to use that same Facebook page for a different listing, right? I'm going to come into edit listing. I'm going to change the listing, right, to the new one I want to promote on that page. And then I would change the title and then click save. And that's it. All right. All right, so we got 2 listing bots running. Now I'm going to add, let's do a home value bot, and let's do it for a listing that has just sold. All right, so I have a just sold listing, and I want to use that listing, right, to get some bot leads. All right, so I'm going to do 694 Yeesh, just sold. All right, Facebook page. I'm gonna use my Granite Bay Homes local information. And you know, somebody was telling me using a page like this can be really good with Messenger, so that when you're talking to people, right? Let's say, you know, later on when we had broadcast, and when you jump in there and start talking to people, it's kind of nice to have a Facebook page, right, that has a name, right? You know, something like this, right? Like a public figure page or something like that, so that it's not like this Granite Bay Homes talking to somebody, right? It's Scott Pierce, Granite Bay Homes and local information, now talking to people, right? So just an idea there. Select bot type. I'm gonna do home valuation bot. Click add bot. Now here's the thing, running the ad is for the most part the same as what we just did, except for a couple of very small differences. All right, and again, I've got a video on this, I've got a full support post on this, right? So later after this call, I'll show you where the support post is. You can go through it line by line, or you can watch the video, either way. But let's take this now, and let's do an ad getting home value estimates, all right? So let's just open up a new page. And go to create. And again, make sure you got the right images, so download the images. And I'll show you on the property valuation landing pages where to get the images, but let's do create ad. And let's let Facebook do its thing. Let me toggle to my right to the ad manager I want to use, the account I want to use. So I'm just going to make sure that. Every so often, I'll get something in the mastermind group from somebody, and they're absolutely lost, and it just turns out they were not in the right ads account. All right. So get to the ads manager, should look like this. Again, with the special ad category, drop down to housing. Scroll down to under what's your marketing objective and select messages. Give yourself a campaign name if needed. Well, you should definitely give yourself an appropriate campaign name. Hit continue. Under create new audience. Now, again, this is when I'm going for seller leads, all right? So it could be a just sold listing I'm using a home value bot with, a pending listing I'm using a home value bot with. It could be a listing where my buyer bought it and I added it to listings to leads as just sold selling agent, right, that I'm promoting. It could be a property valuation landing page type of thing, right? So, right, whatever it is, but I switched this from everyone in this location to people who live in this location, right? And then I type in the name of the area. All right, again, my potential reach is 5.5. Don't stress on this part too much. Unfortunately, A, don't stress because you can't do anything about it. But B, right, the ad will help make sure that the right people click it, okay? This many people may see it, but the ad itself, the way we word it, will get to where it's mostly just Granite Bay people clicking it, right? And scroll down, detailed targeting, right? You cannot do this anymore, right? Remember we used to be able to do homeowner, right? So don't do that. I just leave it blank now. All right, under detailed targeting, I just leave it blank, right, for seller leads we're talking about. Scroll down to budget and schedule. Again, with the lifetime, start end date. I never run an ad for more than a week. Right? It's just partly as you'll forget about it, right? And I just, a week is a great time, right? A great time frame. So lifetime, set your end date to being a week out. and set your budget. Hit continue. All right. All right, so again, under identity, toggle to the correct identity. Scott Pierce, Granite Bay Homes and Local Information. Scroll down again between carousel and image video. Under media, add media. So don't forget, I went and already got my images, quote unquote, previously. And I downloaded them for this ad. And there's the one for Facebook. All right, use different image for Instagram. All right, again, you're going to be spending money on this. So take the extra 30 seconds to get both images. All right. Don't be lazy and then wonder why later, why your ad's not performing as well as it should or could. All right. So under ad setup, Richard, you'll have to watch the recording later because I already covered that earlier in this webinar. All right. So I'm going to get my text for the ad. All right, so I got my ad there, or I should say the ad text. All right, looks good to go. Headline. And again, I'm gonna add a couple of emojis. I'll do a house, and I will do a house and a little graph going up. And again, right, these are all variables, right? Test what works best for you in your local market, in your area. All right, but change the message to learn more. And again, right, messenger setup. Custom, create message. All right, so we're looking for this pop-up right here, right? I'm gonna do text and image. And again, I prepare on another, like in a Word doc or something like that, this text. And when you go to do this and you start typing in this box, you will see how just a nightmare it is to try to type and edit in that box. So again, I prepare all of that ahead of time. And again, just like with the listing, we're just creating, right, the message that's going to appear when the lead clicks on the ad, all right? So that first message, we'll say, hi, Scott, please click below for your free home value estimate. I'm gonna add the same image that was in the ad itself. And under the image title, I'm gonna put just sold above the in here. I'm going to put a home and a smiley face. All right. So again, we're creating that message that people see when they click our ad. All right. And then under customer actions, quick replies, reply text, that's that button. I'm going to put again with the emojis. And again, emojis are another one of those things. Test them out, play with them, see how they work, right? Do one ad 1 week with the emojis, right? Do the next ad for, and if you're ever going to test things, you can't test for 1 day, right? You got to test a week and you got to have some money behind it, right? I can't spend $3 and then judge the ad. For $3, you don't have enough data to even make a decision on it yet. So, all right, so we're creating that. You can see now when people click our ad, this is what they're going to see, right? That we created on the left. You can see it on the right. And the last thing, this is where people get, then, you know, I showed you this and we did the listing, but this is where people get confused. You always got to click that connect your bot, right? And here we're going to do valuation. So buyer for the listing bot, valuation for the home value bot. All right. Now let's, give me a minute here. All right, let's do preview and messenger. Message has been sent. Boom, bada bing. Let's bring up my phone on the screen mirroring. Let's wait for our little code. 0265. All right, let's bring it over. All right. So I'm going to click free home values now. All right. So I clicked free home values now, and you can see the bot is going to start responding. And I'm typing in, so give me a few seconds. If I get a little silent, I apologize. It's just me typing. I can't walk and chew gum at the same time, but typing and talking, sometimes not so easy. All right, so I put in my address already. Now I'm putting in my zip code. All right, so you see the bot again. The bot on the, what you're seeing is a lot very delayed versus what's on my phone. So don't think that the bot is super, super slow. It's just the connection between my phone and the computer is a little bit slow. All right, so it's asking for just the street address. So people type in the street address. And on my phone, it's already getting the home value estimate for me. But you can see here, I'm typing in the address. And once it gives a home value estimate range, it's awesome because A, it's not give them the specific home value estimate, just the range, right? And then after it gives them the range, it's going to ask them about what kind of, let me slow down. Let's just walk through this together. All right, so street address, zip code. Again, I apologize. The connection between my phone and the computer is way off. And that's just a technology with Apple issue. All right, so there we can see it's getting ready to find the all right, it's going to dig out the home value estimates. So remember, we just created the bot, right? I mean, the bot to create takes like, what, 15 seconds? We did the ad. Nothing earth-shattering about the ad, right? That messenger setup part, right? It's not really tricky. There's only like 3 parts to it: the text greeting, right, and then uploading the image, right? So it's pretty straightforward. And now let's check it out. I mean, the whole thing is off and running, right? I didn't have to do any flows, no Gantt charts, none of this, right? Just nice and easy. All right. So see, it's awesome because now it's asking them about any updates that they don't, right? And it's kind of cool because I've seen people in some of these, and some of the leads coming through, people responding back, right, to the work that they've done in their home. And how cool is that, right? Having them back to the landing page. There's no landing page. So just just disassociate the idea of landing pages and bots. All right. But Richard, yeah, totally. I mean, I did the same thing for a while too. I'm like, oh, bots landing pages, bots landing pages. Then I had to like really force myself to think, okay, a bot and a landing page are totally different, right? So let's keep walking. Let's keep listening or watching here, reading. Yes, new bathroom. And again, I'm pretty much done with the entire bot. We're just working its way through the connection between my phone and the computer. All right, so new bathroom, is there more? I put no. So all my responses as the lead are in blue, of course, in case that wasn't obvious. And then all the automated bot responses are in the clear gray left side. All right. So now it went and any updates and it's asking, just is there anything else about the property that you think makes it more valuable, right? So, and you'll see here that I respond, yeah, it's a large lot and it's really quiet. Yeah, the bot will always pick back up again if they respond, even a day later, right? But Joe, also what I would do is, you can always get in there as well and respond to them. That'll stop the bot for an hour. Right now, the bots don't randomly just start messaging people, right? So once someone stops interacting with the bot will stop for now, right? We're adding broadcast measures here pretty soon. But so once you see the person's not responding, right? And when I say not responding, I mean like 10 to 15 minutes, then I would get in there and I might just see what the conversation is, and I might respond appropriately to them, right? All right, so now it says, let's chat about your home's value. This is the best way to get a hold of you. Would you prefer a quick phone call? It gave a quick reply to the phone number, which I accepted. This is, I'll put schedule now. Right, and so to go by, have them show you the property, right? I'll put this weekend. And then obviously, right, you're going to get notification, right? And you see if they get all the way to this point, right? Hallelujah for the first for one. And the second thing is, right? Ask them, right? Saturday at 2 o'clock work for you, or Sunday at 1 o'clock, right? And it's going to reset as a general bot. All right, so there's the conversation, right? We created the bot in about 15 seconds. We got an ad up pretty quickly, and this thing can be generating leads like within 5 minutes of you creating the bot. All right, again, no flows, no whatever, right, craziness that you got to go through and figure out, right, with your master's degree in computer science. It's just easy, easy, easy. All right, so again, fact, let me just show you. Let me bring back my phone. 1 second here. All right. So as I'm on this, I just delete the conversation because I want to go back and be able to test it later. So I delete it off my phone. I'm going to go to my Facebook page. Well, I don't have that one bookmarked, but I'd go to my Facebook page, right? Like, and I'll show you an example. Go to my Facebook page. This is not the same Facebook page. I'm just showing you as an example. Go to my inbox up here. Because later on, whether it's later today, tomorrow, next week, next month, I'm going to create another bot on the same page and I want to test it again. I don't want to have these old conversations laying out there, right? And I would just find my conversation that I just had and I would delete it. All right, this is all just a testing account. So if I delete a conversation, no problem. And then lastly, I would delete the same conversation. I would delete myself from that bot I just tested, right? So here's the bot. I can see the subscriber here. Right, so here's my lead information. I can look at the conversation here. Right, obviously I can read it on my phone, but it's also here saved. Even if you delete it from your phone, it'll still be here, right? But again, since this is me, all right, and I don't want myself as a lead 20 million times, again, I always delete myself out of here, right? And again, that's just keep it clean. I would never delete an actual subscriber or lead, right, like a real one, right, just myself. All right, well, I'll tell you what, I don't know that I could have timed that any better. It is now 10:57. Any questions on anything? How do those images? I'll show you those images. So in fact, let me show you for listings, then I'll show you for landing pages. All right. So the listings, my listing images, click on the task list icon to go to the checklist, right? And then you're going to see social media share image. Right? So I can edit the banner, the position of the banner, the text in the banner. I can change the image. All right. I don't have to use any banner, right? And then I can always save it, but I can always, you see this says download this image in the upper right-hand corner. So download it for both Facebook and for Instagram. All right, those are Instagram, download it for both, all right? Let me show you real quickly. If you need an image for one of your landing pages, so let's say you've got a landing page and there's an image from that landing page that you're like, oh, that would be a perfect image for this. Just click on the landing page dashboard, find the landing page that you want to use. In this case, I'll just use my free home values. All right. And social media share image. If you click where it says customize social media share image, right, again, right, there's Facebook, Instagram. Right. Now, this one looks pretty much the same as it one for a listing. Right. But I can use any image I want. All right. All right. Any other questions? The recording will be able to, you'll be able to watch the recording a little bit later. Yeah, that would be done within Facebook. So yeah, like I said earlier, maybe finish, right? Yeah, and don't forget at the very end, you still got to go and click confirm to get that ad approved, right? In queue for approval, I guess. Now, someone's asking about video. Yep, and I mentioned this both for listings and for home value bots. Just right there, you upload a video. Scott, so glad I found your site 5 years ago. It has helped my business tenfold. Oh, dude, appreciate that, Joe. Awesome. Once you put that in the mastermind group, would love to have that in the mastermind group. Anytime you got something nice to say it in the mastermind group, and we love you for it. So thank you, Joe. Yeah, the recording will be available a little bit later this afternoon, early afternoon, I hope. Having the bot connected to a landing page. Yeah, so Richard says having the bot connected instead of a landing page. Yeah, and Richard, I think so. I mean, I think bots are still, pretty new for the most part. I mean, I can tell you from the developer side, doing these bots is like controlled insanity because Facebook changes their requirements, their rules, their coding. I mean, if you think they change stuff in the ads manager a lot, right? They change stuff on for the developers even more. I mean, it's kind of like crazy, but it's just the way it is, right? So there you go. What are you gonna do? Anything I didn't? Someone says that they abandoned early on. Yep. Okay, we covered that. All right. Anything else? I think we're good. All right. Awesome. All right, everybody. Listen, thank you so much for joining us. We'll talk to you soon. Have a great day and have a great one.